Hey, dope people. It's your girl Paisley. I'm the Mindset Makeover Maven and the Dope Life Movement Creator. And we are here with season 2, episode number 1 of the live video podcast, Sippin and So Speak. So you know what to do. If you are joining us live, go ahead and drop your heart emojis down below. And if you're catching us on the replay, make sure that you drop your number 2s in the comments down below. And make sure that you tell us whatever it is that you're sipping on. I'm actually going to grab some water, which I thought I had right here, but apparently I don't. So come on in the room, guys. Come on in the room, and join us for Sippin and So Speak. This is season 2. If you are joining us live, come on in here, drop your heart emojis down below, and make sure you let us know whatever it is that you are sipping on. Let me make sure that we're not having any technical difficulties. So I'm going to go in and check it out. Make sure that everything's great. Come on in, and tell me what you're sipping on. All right, let's see. All right, it looks like we have all right, I can see Kelly is in here. All right. Oh, Kelly said I broke my one wine glass last night. Oh, man. So it's out the bottle for me. Take it to the head, Kelly. What you need to do. Do whatever you need to do. So let me see if I can get this to share. And make sure, guys, if you're joining us live, go ahead and share so that we can have some other folks that join us in this conversation. Let me see. All right. Let's see who else is out there. Join us live. It is season number 2 of Sippin and So Speak. Make sure that you drop your heart emojis down below and tell us whatever it is that you are sipping on. We want to know. So let's see. There we go. Got that going. Share. Yes. All right, man, I turned my head and there's a whole bunch of people in here. Guys, welcome. It's Sippin and So Speak, season number 2, 2022. Welcome. Make sure that if you have forgotten what to do, let me remind you. Go ahead and drop your heart emojis down below. Go ahead and drop whatever it is that you're sipping on. If you happen to be catching us on the replay, make sure that you drop your number 2s in the comments down below. We want to know that you are here. We want to know what you're sipping on, and we don't care what it is, guys. Anything from sparkling water to sparkling wine, everything in between and beyond. And then we're going to have some soul-stirring conversation to positively inspire your dope life. If you don't know what dope is, it's DOP, it's dope on purpose. So welcome. Make sure that you share, right? So click the share button. If you have that bell down there, make sure that you subscribe so that you know when we're going live. This is season number 2 of the video podcast of Sippin and So Speak. So I have Cherry Lynn out there. She has some water. I have Stephanie. Welcome. Stephanie says water for now. She just got a massage. Ooh. And she said a cocktail is next. I really had planned to have some water. Give me 1 second, y'all. Because, I knew I had my water nearby. So I have my water glass, but I did not have my water. So I have some water, but I also decided, I was going back and forth. as to whether or not I was going to have a cocktail. It's actually not a cocktail. It's just liquor in the glass with ice. This is some Casamigos Reposado. And I tell you, I got some good people in my life because people, welcome A Sharp. She is drinking some chai. I have some good people in my life because I tell you, somebody gave me this bottle. My little cousin came over to brunch or something one day that I had, and he brought me a bottle of Casamigos, which is tequila, for those of you who are not familiar. But it's a very good tequila, right? So I got some Casamigos, the Reposado. So it is delightful. And then, so let me tell y'all. One day I was in here, so I do virtual vision board workshops. You know, the pandemic have us having to do things a little bit differently. So I did a virtual vision board workshop, and I was in here getting ready for the vision board workshop, right? This was the December workshop. It's actually a vision board experience, but because it's a whole experience. But I was in here setting everything up, and someone knocked on the door. So if you don't know, I have adult children. I thought it was one of them popping over, right? I opened the door, and there's a guy there with a delivery. And I looked at him, and I was like, I didn't order anything. And he says, so he just looks at me like, this is yours. And I said, but I didn't order anything. So I'm thinking like maybe he's at the wrong place. he's like, you know, de Lacy? And I said, so now I'm freaked out, right? Like, yeah. So he goes, it says sending mimosas. So if you know anything about me, I enjoy some good champagne. I enjoy some good mimosas and all of that good stuff, right? So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, it was a very nice bottle. It was a bottle of a Veuve Clicquot Rosé. But I didn't know who sent it. So I'm super freaked out because I have no idea who sent me a very nice bottle of champagne. So I call my friends up. I call Tammy, of course, and she was like, "No, girl, I didn't send you that." And I'm like, "Ooh, I have no idea now." So I call my daughter. I'm like, "Hey, did you send me a bottle of champagne?" And she was like, "No, Mom." So now I got to get ready for the vision board experience, but I'm freaked out. Anyway, I end up finding out like the next day that one of my best friends sent me this bottle. And yeah, so I have some of the best people around me. They like to do nice stuff for me. So it's great. It's amazing. It's awesome. All that good stuff. But I'm telling you, it freaks me out when stuff like that happens. So I'm the kind of person that kind of need to notice if something's coming, because unless you're going to surprise me like right in the moment, I'm going to freak out until I figure out where it came from. But yeah, it was so amazing. So my little cousin brought me this nice bottle of tequila. My good girlfriend sent me a very nice bottle of champagne. So yes, I'm surrounded by great people, and I am so grateful. So let me see who else is out there. We have Jackie. Welcome. Happy New Year, guys. If you are joining us live, make sure that you drop your heart emojis down below. And if you're catching us on the replay, make sure that you drop your number 2s in the comments down below and let us know whatever it is that you're sipping on. I heard water. I heard chai. I heard somebody's about to have a cocktail. We need to know. This is Sippin and Soul Speak season number 2. So those of you who know, I went 54 episodes straight of Sippin' and Soul Speak every single week for over a year. I did Sippin' and Soul Speak, and so I decided that I need to do what I coach people to do. I'm a transformational mindset coach, and I help people to move their mindset from mediocre to marvelous so that they can live their absolutely dope life, right? However, I wasn't taking my own advice. So I took a little break, and decided we're gonna come back new and improved, all fresh and refreshed for the new year. So here we are, sipping and soul speak. So make sure that you tell me whatever it is that you are sipping on in the comments down below. So one of the things, guys, that I wanted to Jackie, of course, Jackie's drinking Grand Marnier. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about is because it's all over my timeline. I wasn't even watching the game that day. So if you hear me saying watching the game, you might know where we're going. I wasn't even watching the game that day, but Antonio Brown, right, football player for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Antonio Brown, it was a whole big thing. Everybody's like, he took off his jersey and his shoulder pads. He took off his t-shirt, threw it in the stands, and walked off the field. So everybody's like, all over the timeline, people are like, oh, he's done, he's crazy, he didn't care nothing about his team, he this, he that, you know, there's a lot. People, oh, CTE, all of this stuff. So, you know, and he's been, you know, making headlines for a minute now. But I find it so interesting that everybody is ready to jump to, you know, he has mental illness. And one of the things that I noticed, like, I went in search to see, like, what is he saying? Because everybody's you know, they're speculating, right? Everybody's speculating. This man hasn't really said more than like 5 words about it. And so I find it interesting that we immediately jump to, like, he has mental illness. And the majority of the people that I know are not doctors, and I don't know anybody that I know that has actually sat down with this man to have a conversation with him and diagnose him. But one of the things that I think is so interesting is that it's a lot of pressure that people put on themselves, right? We as individuals, right? If you just think about your own life, if you're not in the limelight, you're not a superstar athlete, anything like that, we put pressures on ourselves automatically, right? So we have these pressures on ourselves, these pressures to do well, these pressures to be great, these pressures to present well, to be successful, all of these things that we have, that we put on ourselves, that society puts on us. Maybe it comes from our family and upbringing and things like that. We have all of these pressures, right? And we need to figure out ways to deal with that. But these athletes, it is like multiplied, right? It is absolutely multiplied for them because there's, you know, especially even in a team sport, right? So there's the pressure of that you have for yourself, right? The pressure that you have from your family, the pressure that you have for your team, your coach, all of these things that happen. And what I find is that I'm just, you know, I think the NCAA, so going to college, right, is doing, they're baby stepping it, in my opinion. They're baby stepping it and taking some steps to do some things to make things kind of right. One of the things that, you know, people are talking about normalizing going to therapy. People are talking about normalizing mental health. I see somebody posting something about mental health every single day on my timelines. And I think for people who are high performing and in those types of roles, even like high performing academic students, you know, we're not necessarily, we're telling them do well, do well, do well. We're encouraging them. We're clapping them up when they win, when they succeed. However, we don't encourage or require, I don't even want to say encourage, require that they seek mental health services. And And I think because people wait until we have a breakdown to seek mental health services, and that at that point you're in distress. You're not in stress, a stressful situation. You're in distress. So it's, it can be crucial at that particular point. But if we normalize as we're growing up, and normalize throughout the process that, checking in with someone. I know we talked about this on Sippin and Soul Speak a while back, but just like a physical checkup, we should have our mental checkups where we're seeing someone, maybe, if you don't want to go every month or whatever, maybe quarterly, have a check-in with a mental health provider, so that you have someone who can kind of give you the checks and balances. A lot of people are like, oh, that's what the family unit is supposed to be for, but they're not objective, right? They're the people who are closest to you and who love you and all of those things, or are supposed to, right? So we need to normalize that mental health checkup. But I feel like also, if they can require college students to go to study hall, right, to make sure that their grades are on point, I do feel like they should be requiring them to have some mental health checkups. And we're in the middle still of a damn pandemic, and things are crazy out here in this world. I just saw somebody calling it flu rona. What in the entire fuck? Like, there's a lot of stuff going on. People are afraid, and people are afraid to go outside. People are staying inside. There's a lot of things that impact that. But everybody jumped to this man being mentally ill. And I'm not saying that he is, and I'm not saying that he is not. What I am saying is that there is a lot of pressure that comes with that, and people are speculating because nobody has really talked to him about exactly what's going on. So that's my 2 cents. I'd love to hear what anybody else out there has to say about that, because I'm just really, 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 I'm over everybody diagnosing this man, these high profile people, when they have not communicated anything to the masses about what's going on with them. I think there's a lot of stories out there about what's going on with him. They were trying to keep him from getting his money. There's a story of that he was injured and he didn't want to play, and they basically were saying, hey, he needs to play anyway. Like, that's a lot of damn pressure, guys. And then you got everybody in the world talking about it. I'm interested to see if anybody here on Sippin and Soul Speak has any opinion about it, because if you guys are saying something, I definitely cannot sit. So I'm definitely interested to hear what your perspective might be, or if you even have one, because we have dragged that man for filth. Right, we have dragged him for filth on the internets at this particular point. But that's my 2 cents about the AB situation. Guys, if you are joining us live, make sure that you drop your heart emojis down below. And if you are catching us on the replay, make sure that you drop your number 2s in the comments down below. Now, I just want to make sure, because I cannot see any new comments that are coming in, so I just need to make sure that this thing is this thing on? Is it working? Stephanie said, I don't have an opinion because I don't know him. I love that, right? We can speculate all we want to, but at the end of the day, it's just pure speculation. And Stephanie, you down there in Tampa area, so I don't know if you follow football at all, but it's a lot. And I think we want people to give us grace, but we don't want to give other people grace. And we don't want to give ourselves grace. We want grace from other people, but we don't always give grace to ourselves. We have to do that We have to step back. It's 2022, guys. We need to we need to be worrying about ourselves and getting our stuff together and trying to positively impact other people in 2022. So again, guys, if you're joining us live on Sippin and Soul Speak, make sure you drop your heart emojis down below. If you are catching us upon the replay, make sure that you drop your number 2s and tell us what it is that you're sipping on. Cherry Lynn said, I don't have an opinion. I did wonder what could have happened to make him make that statement. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't think that anybody just goes like berserk like that and like, hey, let me just, let me make a spectacle. Right. So I'm interested to see how it all plays out, because I think a lot of people have also speculated that he has been released when in fact he has not as of yet. So everybody has issues. We handle them differently when faced with stress. Absolutely, Jackie. Absolutely. I definitely agree. I hope that everything works out well for the brother. He's very talented, talented athlete. So I want to extend him some grace, and I want to, send some good juju his way and all of that good stuff. So, guys, let me actually share the affirmation. This is 2022, right? And I shared an affirmation on my page from the book I'm the Dopest. And so my word of the year is dope. That actually just recently came to me, or was given to me actually. And most people will be like, well, that's intuitive, right? You're the Dope Life Movement creator. Of course your word is dope. And I never actually chose a word of the year. So I'm going to share Dope Life affirmation number 33 with everybody, which is my dope life starts now, right? It's a new year. It's a new season. It's time for some new things in our lives. It's time for us to manifest some things. And this is what the Dope Life Movement is about. The Dope Life Movement is about inspiring people to positively impact their mindset and move from mediocre to marvelous, so that you can be dope because you are. That's what it's about. So my Dope Life starts now. Dope Life affirmation number 33. And that's, let's get it started. You have to start somewhere at some time. No need to wait. Now is the perfect time. Your dope life is waiting for you to show up. No special skills or attire are needed. No invitation is required. Don't let another moment pass. Show up now and be dope because you are. And that's Dope Life affirmation number 33. My dope life starts now. And that's in the book I Am the Dopest, 55 Affirmations for Living Your Dope Life. That was written by moi. And the affirmations are really to help us to stay focused, right? It's easy in these streets to get off track. It is very easy, right? Because life, period, right? Because life happens. It's easy for us to get off track. It's easy for us to be distracted by people, places, and things, right? People will come in and they'll distract you from your mission or your goal. They'll distract you from what you're trying to do or what you're trying to be. Trust me, it happens, and it has happened to me, right? I have to refocus myself sometimes. There have been times where, I feel like I got pushed to the limit, and then I'm upset with myself afterwards because I'm like, oh, I let them win, right? I'm a little competitive, just a little bit, but when I go ham, I release all of my power to somebody else. When I react instead of respond, I release my power to someone else. And I let them create a narrative that is not necessarily true. And so the affirmations help me. I started using affirmations like heavy when I got to a very hard time in my life, right? There was a time in my life I was going through a horrible divorce. It started out amicable and it ended up being very challenging. But through that, it was difficult. I lost my good job at the same time, that the same week that I filed for my divorce. So I had, started learning different techniques, different stress relieving techniques. And so I kind of got through that and was on the, back in my groove of living life and making strides and climbing the corporate ladder. I've been in corporate America for 20 plus years in leadership, and got to a point where I had a situation where I was in an untenable situation at work, right, with my direct leader. And it was bad. It was bad. It was bad. And I didn't even realize it was as bad as it was until I thought, hey, this is just another hurdle that I need to overcome. This is just, I have to figure out how to deal with this individual, and so on and so forth, until they completely tried to test my damn it, as a friend of mine used to say. They really was trying to test my damn it. And it got to a point where I was just like, I'm not required to accept this, and I'm not required to take this. And I had been injured, and so I was recovering from an injury and also dealing with all of this stuff, right, at the same damn time. And I got these affirmations from my Reiki master, and it changed my life. It really, really did, because affirmations are used to help you kind of stay in a positive mindset and help you to recenter and refocus. And so so I think someone asked me before, how did I become the Mindset Makeover Maven, right? Like, how did this journey happen? And, it started, I became a holistic health and wellness coach, a certified holistic health and wellness coach. And, when I completed that training, I came up with a Dope Life Detox program. And that program was really about, helping people to detox your mind, body, and soul. Well, in it was called the Dope Life, D-O-P, life, right, for dope on purpose, which is about really being intentionally dope, right? And not about arrogance or conceit, but like, we are born with everything we need to be dope, and we just don't take advantage of that. We don't tap into all of that. And so I created these. It was a 22-day detox, and I created these affirmations to go with it. And that was the feedback that I got from the program, from the people who participated, right? All my clients who were in that program, they said they loved the affirmations. That was like their favorite part of the program. Who knew, right? So when I started writing the book, it became a book of affirmations with the affirmation statements to go with it, because I know how positively it has impacted my life. And so I am in the process of writing the next book, because I want to be able to positively impact the lives of people. I think a lot of the times we're not activating our dopeness. We're not pumping on all cylinders. We're not necessarily seeing past our temporary situation and seeing beyond that, right? And so I've been there in a place where you just be like, oh my gosh, like how is this happening? How am I getting through this? How am I going to overcome this? How am I going to ride this out? What's next? And we really, once we get to a place where we can focus, things start to become more clear, right? the all of the other things around us can become white noise, and we can do the things that we are supposed to do, right? We can start to walk in our purpose. And what I find is, like, my purpose is to inspire, and a lot of people, don't know what their purpose is. And that's a part of the dope life movement. It's about finding your purpose and walking in that, moving yourself from mediocre to marvelous, because we all are dope. We are great. We are amazing. We're excellent, impressive, all of that stuff. But we're not always operating in our gifts. We're not always walking in our dopeness. So I see, I see some people saying yes, new. I see, I've been there, the devil, all of it. Exactly. Guys, listen, it's 2022 and we are out here doing our thing, right? We are supposed to, we're supposed to live an abundant life. And I think when people hear abundance, they immediately think of money. Abundance is not just about finances. It's not about just money. It's about living in abundant health, abundant wealth, right? Abundant happiness, right? If we're constantly struggling to be happy, and I'm not talking about that fake happy, right? That I'm not talking about the Instagram happy. I'm not talking about that kind. I'm talking about like the happy in your soul, like whether you get up and walk around in, your t-shirt and your socks, and you're good. I'm good with that. That's the kind of happy I'm talking about. I'm not talking about that kind, that fake happy that, smiling with the dead eyes. I'm talking about the smile that's in your soul. Yes, Kelly, I'm talking about that contentment. And that's a different space to be in, right? And so a lot of the times we're not operating in that. We're out here doing the things, and we're posting the post, and we're appearing happy when inside we're dead or dying. And so we want to live. I want to see people live. I want to see people live to the fullest. I want to see people live in their purpose and walk in their purpose. And that is what the Dope Life movement is about, right? So, yes, there's stuff, right? There's abundance is our birthright. Absolutely. Absolutely, A Sharp. Abundance is our birthright. We were born with everything that we need to be dope. And sometimes we just have to figure out how to activate it. And I'm the activator, right? Because I'll when I'm coaching people and helping them through their situations and things like that, a lot of the times you can't see the forest for the trees. We can't see all of the amazing things that we've done, or the skills that we have, and we don't realize that abundance is our birthright. It is. We're abundantly dope. We're supposed to live that way. And that's why all of the things that I do work together with that. Those vision board experiences are not about just cutting and pasting some pictures on a poster board. It's not. It has to be, we have intention set behind it, and making sure that you're doing it correctly, because I've seen my people manifest. Some of these people on this live right now have been in those workshops, and they have manifested some really dope things. Oh, thank you, Cherry. Cherry Lynn said my coaching is awesome. But I just love being able to brag on my people afterwards. And I love to see where they've come from and where they've arrived. And then when my intuition shows me like where they're going, sometimes my mind's mind blown, just blown, because I'm like, they don't even see it yet. Like you got amazing things. Yep. Nope, don't stop looking around. You have amazing things to do. Amazing things are coming to you. You are dope. And that's dope on purpose. And it's just, I get so full seeing that. Spending 20 years in corporate America in leadership, the greatest joy that I got was being able to coach and develop my people. And a lot of leaders talk about how much money they made a company and all those things. Yeah, I have those numbers too. That is not where my greatest joy came from, though. My greatest joy was seeing someone move into a space that was operating in their talents, and them being happy about it. Right? A lot of people be like, "Oh, I want to be in your position," and sometimes I'd be like, "Let's see, come shadow me," and they'd be like, "No, that's not for me," and they need to figure out their way. But if we're walking around aimlessly, if we're walking around with no purpose, that's why it is dope on purpose. Right? There has to be some purpose to it. And if you don't know what your purpose is, guys, make sure that you go to dopeonpurpose.com, dopeonpurpose.com. That is my website. And subscribe there, because I send out information in the newsletters that can help, but also you'll get a taste of kind of upcoming things and so on and so forth. But that is what this Dope Life movement is about. It's about finding our purpose. It's about walking in our purpose. And it's about showing up as your truly authentic and abundantly dope ass self every single day, every single way, and every damn where. On period. That's it. That's what it's about. So for people who wonder how I kind of got here, that's how I got here. Affirmations helped me so much that I wrote a book of them with affirmation statements. I'm writing the next book. So that, thank you, Layla. Welcome. Layla said your book is dope. So Jackie said, I've been in a vision board class and it was very helpful. So yes, guys, thank you. I'm trying to do what we can to activate your dopeness. Like, that's what it really is about. We have to activate your dopeness. And so if you are not subscribed, make sure that you subscribe to the email list so that you can get those updates on the different dope things that we have going on. But every single person has everything they need within them. You just have to bring it out, mamas, right? Daddy-os, you gotta bring it out. And show up and show the good hell on out. Like, it's okay if you going do it, do too much. If you going to be it, be too much. If you do the most, be the most. Just do it, because we're so let me get a little closer. People, women of color, marginalized people, we've worn these masks for too long. We haven't been able to show up as who we are and what we are. We have not been claiming our birthright. We have not been able to do us, right, as marginalized individuals. Guys, come on. It's time. It's your time. 2022. Let's go out and get it, because you're worthy of it and you deserve it. That is a very hard mindset to change, right? And this is why I say I'm the mindset makeover maven, because I'll tell you, many years ago, I read a book and it was about finances. And in the book, it was saying that like we should deprive ourselves, that we didn't need to feel like we deserved things, right? So you buy frivolous things when you feel like you deserve them. And I was just like, wow, right? Like, phew, mind blown at that point. Okay. But then I'm like, well, is me buying a coffee at the coffee shop gonna make me a millionaire? Or am I gonna be, now everything in moderation, right? Do what you need to do. But we got to the point of adapting that as a mindset, which is a scarcity mindset. I don't deserve and I don't need these things because it's frivolous. Instead of attracting the things that should be coming to us because we dope as fuck. I mean, seriously. We're sitting out here depriving ourselves of a latte for what reason? Right? And I'm not talking about people who really need to get their finances in order. I'm just talking about like this is the mindset. And this book was written by a woman, and it was written by a Black woman. And this was the mindset, but this was also the mindset of what we've been told, right? We're frivolous, we're doing too much. And so we have a scarcity mindset. And so we have to fix that. And there's, I read a lot of different books. I have a couple of people who told me that they wanted to read some books, and so I'm going to read books with them. I think Cherry is reading The Four Agreements. Kelly is reading, I forgot the title of it, Kelly. You can drop it in the comments if you like. But it's a book about like how race and law are impacting each other. So, we have to find different avenues and different ways of coming together so that we can uplift each other. And that's what the Dope Life movement is about. So it's about coming together. It's about uplifting each other. It's about taking ourselves to the next level. It's about holding each other accountable. It is about being accountable to yourself, right? And really realizing who you are, and that you are amazing, you are dope, you are beautiful, all of those things, and that the things that you don't want, you don't have to have, right? So all of the craziness that happens in life, the foolishness and fuckery as I call it, guys, we don't deserve that, and we don't have to accept it. So we can just we have to figure out how we are consistent, and consistency is a part of the key. A lot of times we put a plan in motion and then we halt. I am guilty of it. I have done it a number of times. Put a plan in motion and then I stop. Put a plan in motion and then I stop. Well, you have to kind of see some things through sometimes. Sometimes you have to stop and restart it from the place where it was. You have to kind of finish the race sometimes and figure out, hey, this is my race. This is my end goal. I'm not going to let someone else steal my dream, right? Right? We're not going to let the enemy come in. The enemy comes in to seek, kill, and destroy. We're not going to let that happen. I am going to realize my dream. And sometimes we might have to pivot in that. And sometimes we might have to figure out another way to do it. But at the end of the day, when it all comes out in the wash, right? We are dope. And so if you can imagine it, if you can visualize it, if you can start to speak it, because that's what affirmations are about. It's about speaking that positivity into your life. And you don't just read them. For those of you who have the book, pick one. Let the book tell you, because some days I let the book tell me what's the affirmation for that particular day, right? Or that whatever I'm looking for. I'll pick up the book, I'll flip through it, and I'll open it, whatever page and look what page it came to. And I don't even have this one marked. It is the My Dope Life Starts Now. Sometimes you just have to let it tell you, okay, hey, you know what? This is my affirmation for the day. Read the statement and go about it. But you have to speak those things that are not as though they were, so that you can manifest them. So think it in your head. You can read it in the book, but read that joint out loud. Say it to yourself. Get it in your spirit. Let there be a cadence with it, because I'm telling you, they work. I am telling you they work. I literally have gotten pulled over and I was dead ass wrong. I was in the city and I made a turn that I should not have made, and I didn't realize I shouldn't have made it until afterwards. It wasn't intentional, but I did it anyway, right? So it doesn't matter what my intent was. I made, and the police officer was standing right there. And my immediate affirmation at the time that came to me was, all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and grace. And I just started saying that in my head. And as I gave him my information and he went to his car, I just said it out loud. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and grace. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and grace. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and grace. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and grace. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and grace. When I tell you, he came back and just gave me a fix-it ticket. Tell me that's not ease, joy, and grace. Tell me that is not manifesting. Listen, I won't believe you because I've seen it in action, but we have to start to use it. I hear you. A Sharp says she wants to read too. And Stephanie says that's where I'm picking up where I left off when I got sick. Yes, guys, it's a new year. It's new opportunities. We have to stay safe out here because the flu Rona, Omicron, Delta Pi, whatever is out. And we have to make sure that we are, we're doing all things that we need to do to feel comfortable and stay safe. I've known way too many people who have been sick, either with the flu or the Rona. And, but at the same time, guys, keep pressing forward. Set your goals. If there's anyone out here who feels like, hey, I need to create a new vision board, and you should. If you've created a vision board and it's over a year old, you need to do a new one, right? And create your vision board, create your vision statement for your life. Find your purpose. Find your purpose. And all of those are things that kind of come through in my Mindset Makeover workshop and that experience, so that we can live our dopest life. That's what I do. That is, I don't just come here and I'm, sipping in soul speak. We have a little drinky drink and a little talky talk. It's really about positively impacting the lives of other people. And I want to see you manifest the dope life that you have created and the one that you deserve. So if you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, if you are sick and tired of being stuck and people having you all the way fucked up, if you are sick and tired of starting only to stop and have to start all over again, listen, go schedule some time with me. We can do a consultation, doponpurpose.com. Consultations are free. We can see if we can work together. If that's something that I can help you out with, because that is my goal, is to see you prosper. It's to see you live your abundantly dope life. That's what it's all about. So I have some plans, guys. So I'm gonna tell you now, Sippin and Soul Speak, we're gonna have we're going back to weekly, and we're going to have some guests. that will be coming up. So make sure that you subscribe at doponpurpose.com so that you can know about the upcoming guests. You can get the information on all of the upcoming things and all of that stuff. Stephanie says she's on her coconut buy and rum now. So yes, guys. We are going to do amazing things this year. Tell me, drop in the comments. I want to see, drop in the comments, what's your biggest goal for 2022? I'll wait. Go ahead, drop in that comment. What is your biggest goal in for 2022? Because we need to manifest these things together. There is power in numbers, right? The more positive energy you have flowing to something. What's your goal for 2022? Sometimes I'm not sure if this is not. Kelly said, right, and write more. Yes, Kelly. Get my health numbers where they need to be. Yes, Stephanie. Who else has a goal for 2022? Go ahead and drop that in the comments so that we know what your goal is. Triple my income and be what? Yes, Cherry. Cherry said triple my income and become 100% commission agent. Taylor said consistency is my word for the year. All my goals focus around that. Yes. I love it. Who else has a goal that they want to drop in the comments? Guys, listen. You're sharing that. Don't worry about somebody else and their negativity that they're sending to it. My coach said to me one time recently that I didn't need to worry about like what everybody wasn't doing. I needed to focus on what everybody was doing, right? The positive versus the negative. A Sharp said, I'm going to completely fill my current facility and buy another one. I'm going to purchase my forever home. I am dropping baggage off at the dumpster ASAP. Yes, Queen. Yes. Jackie said, I'm going to officially launch my aromatherapy business. Yes. And Layla says, I'm going to become the best version of myself. I love every single part of it. Every single part of it, guys. I love it. So it looks like we have some really dope people out here who are doing some really dope things. And that is what we are here for, to support, encourage each other, and all of that good stuff. So I saw that A Sharp said that she wants to read too. So if you want to read the 4 agreements, go, and I've mentioned this before. You guys know that is one of my favorite books. And it's a very short and easy read, but it is one of the books that has absolutely changed my life. And I would love to get together and talk about it. So DM me if you are interested, and maybe we can put something together where we can read the book and talk about it, because I love it. And it's a book that you can read over and over again. It's one of those books. It's short like my book, where it's a quick read. It's easy to read, easy to use, but it also so that you can go back to it when you need a reminder, when you need a refresher. Because that book is a mindset makeover. It is called The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Cherry, if you would drop that in the comments, the title of the book, I would greatly appreciate that. And then, guys, anybody who's interested in reading the book and maybe having a discussion about it together, let me know, and we will, we'll reach out so that we can encourage each other throughout this year, because that's what it's all about. That's how we're going to get to where we're going. We're going to collaborate. We're going to encourage. We're going to join each other together and be a force to be reckoned with. So if you are with me on being a force to be reckoned with, I want you to write force in the comments, because that's what we're bringing. We're bringing nothing but the thunder and the lightning, right? Thunder and lightning. Here, we setting the sky on fire for 2022. And I just want to see everybody do it, do it, do it. So if you're ready to be a force to be reckoned with, just write the word force in the comments down below, because I want to see who's in. Yes, Stephanie's in. I see people got their hands raised. I see people talking to each other. Yay, 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 yay. So if you're ready to be a force, write force in the comments down below. Thank you, Cherry. Thank you, Cherry. Layla said force. Kelly said force with all capital letters. Who else is ready to be a force? Yes, 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 Cherry. Yes, 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 yes. So we are ready to be a force. Those of you who are looking for the book, you can buy it on Amazon. Force, baby. Yes. So we are ready. Force. Yes, 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 yes. So I am going to make sure that, oh, Happy New Year. April's in the house. Full force. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, by Don Miguel Ruiz. So guys, I will reach out to you if you raised your hand about reading the book. I have been saying this for years. Even April said, I'm late and I'm drinking a Manhattan. Yes, April know the rules. No. Ma'am, we're not apologizing for being extra. We're doing the most this year. We're doing all the damn things, right? So we're not apologizing. Unapologetically dope. We're doing a goddamn thing right now. So listen, ladies. I will definitely be sharing with you if you noted that you want to read the book. I will reach out to you guys and we will put something together. I used to keep the book in my office when I was working, because there were people I'd be like, hey, you probably need to read this. And I kept multiple copies in my office. I gave a copy of that book to every one of my kids so that they could read it as well. The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. So you can order it on Amazon. It normally comes really pretty quickly unless it's sold out. But yes, let's definitely, Kelly says she's read it and she will read it again. So I'm going to be reaching out to everybody. Make sure that you are on the email list, and I'll send something out on the email list, and we will share and read this book together and talk about it, because it is definitely a mindset makeover book. It is definitely life-changing. I promise. It changed my life when I read it. So yes, and it's not expensive. Cherry Lynn just said Amazon has it for $5.77 in paperback. So if you don't have the book, go ahead and order it, and I will be reaching out and we will read the book together. What a wonderful way to start the new year. I'm so appreciative for everybody joining us for the live video podcast of Sippin and Soul Speak Season 2, Episode 1. Yeah. And I am super excited for everything that you are going to manifest this year. This is your time to shine. This is your time to realize your authentic, abundant, and unapologetically dope self. So I got consistency out here. I got people filling homes to capacity. I got people buying forever homes. I have people tripling income. I'm here for every single part of it. Just want you to know that. So I will be sharing. Guys, let's get it. It's our time. It's your time. You are amazing. And I want you to be dope because you are dope on purpose. Good night. Stephanie just said, I think we just manifested the dopest book club.